channel, it's Tesla with Tarot with Tesla. Here we open our eyes and expand our minds to all things possible. So if you'd like to join our soul family, go ahead and click the subscribe button down below and hit the bell so you'll be notified every single time I post a brand new video. Ever since I started dabbling with the tarot cards and came out of the witchy woo closet, some of the most questions I get is, what is tarot? How is it used? Where did it come from? Is it evil? So today I'm going to be addressing your most asked questions. So if that sounds something that you'd be interested in watching and learning about, go ahead and stick around because we're going to address that in this coming up video. So you want a brief introduction of the history of tarot. Well, the history of the cards are just as mysterious as the cards themselves. We are not exactly sure when the tarot cards were created or the purpose that they were created for. Tarot historian Tom Little says that the cards traveled over to Europe from Islamic societies in 1375 BC. But the earliest that we can trace the cards back today is only in the mid-1400s BC. Still a very long time ago, as the cards have been used for hundreds and hundreds of years. But the cards were not always used as a tool for divination. In fact, the divination purposes of the cards did not start surfacing until the late 16th, early 17th century in Italy. Now, before the cards were used for divination, what were they used for? Well, they were used as a trump game. The kings and queens would often trump the pages and the knights, and certain suits would trump the others. Later down the road, they began to start using the tarot cards and the imagery of the cards to create stories and tell different tales with the tarot cards. Kings and queens would often have artists create their own tarot cards in their image so that they would have custom cards to play with. Fast forward to the 16th and 17th century when the cards started being used for divination. Back in the day, generals of armies and kings and queens would not make decisions without consulting the tarot cards first. Now, we've come a long way from that practice, but I believe tarot can still be used as a form of guidance and helping you decide where to go forward from your current placement in life today. And they can be very useful in doing so. Now let's talk about the symbolism of tarot. As we know, tarot has symbolism from all different types of cultures, from all around the world. This is partly why tarot historians aren't exactly sure when the cards were made, why they were made, or what purpose they were made for exactly. As we know, tarot has some symbolism that corresponds with the astrology signs. The suits, fire, wands, cups, and swords, correspond with the elements of astrology. The swords are air, the cups are water, the wands are fire, and the pentacles are earth. We can also see that there is symbolism in the cards that corresponds with the astrology zodiac signs. Take the Justice card, for example, as she holds her scale. This is the card that holds the energy of Libra in the zodiac sign. And just as the Lovers card has two people in it, this is the card that holds the energy of the Gemini sign in astrology. Now, diving a little bit deeper in the history of tarot, we can also see that it has symbolism of the Kabbalah. In 1856, the first book to associate the Kabbalah tree of life and the tarot cards was published. In this book, it tells you how the 22 major arcana cards relate to the 22 letters of the Hebrew alphabet. Another big question that I get often is how and what can the cards be used for? Now, we all know that the tarot cards can be used for divination purposes and a trump game, and to also tell stories. But how else can they be used for? Well, tarot is a great way to clarify your understanding of the current relationships, situations, and challenges you could currently be in life. Tarot has also helped me heal deep emotional wounds and work through my anxiety and my depression. It's a great tool to understand how you're feeling on the inside and to be able to cope and manage with the stress of your everyday life. In fact, a lot of psychologists use tarot in their practice. Now, another question that I get often is, how do the cards work? It's only natural that people are curious as to how tarot seems to be so accurate and to depict exactly what you're going through at that exact moment of time. And there's much controversy over this topic and how they're used and how they're worked. And of course, my channel is an open space for all of us to learn and grow from each other. So this is only my personal opinion. But if you're interested in learning how tarot cards work, in my opinion, go ahead and stick around because we're going to cover that in this next part of the video. Now, I personally believe that tarot cards work through energy. We learned in science, E equals mc squared. Everything is energy and matter. I'm energy. This camera that I'm filming on is energy and matter. You are energy and matter. Therefore, with that being said, everything vibrates at a certain frequency on an energetic level. Now, as humans, we can begin to tap into this energetic level and feel the vibrational frequencies of certain objects. An example of this is, have you ever met a person and felt their vibe? You could tell that they weren't exactly a good person, but you didn't know why you felt the way you did. And then later on, something happens to confirm your feeling, and you knew you were right all along. Or have you ever walked into a room where a party was being held, and you felt the energetic levels of everyone around? Well, this is an ESP, extrasensory perception gift, called clairsentient. Being able to feel and sense information that isn't physically being portrayed. Now, tapping into this clairsentient gift happens naturally, and oftentimes you may not even know that you're doing it. But this allows us to intuitively draw the cards that are a vibrational match to what we're going through at that specific time, or to draw the cards that are an exact vibrational match to match the question that you are asking currently. Now, to a certain extent, we can all do this. Therefore, we can all read tarot. Some of us may have the gift a little bit more stronger than others. Think of the clairsentient gift as a muscle that you have to train. Just as when you're working out or training for a marathon, it's going to get stronger and easier to use going forward. You can also begin to clear your energy so that you can begin to get more accurate answers. You can do this through sage, meditation, Reiki, There's so many different ways that you can clean your energy to begin to draw the cards at a more clear channel, at a more clear ability to get an accurate answer for yourself and for others if you do so choose. Well, this past week I went to Instagram to ask you guys what tarot questions you had. And today the comment winner is Taylor Polly. And Taylor Polly asks, when a card falls out while you're shuffling, is this a sign or is it just a bad shuffle? Well, just as I said before, we can all intuitively feel which cards are a vibrational match to our situation, circumstance, and question that we are asking. I feel that in a gut feeling and a natural way, you can feel if the card is a sign for you. Was it one card that landed on the table that depicts exactly what you're going through? Or was it a bunch of cards that you dropped and you had no intention of, choosing so? I believe with this gift, we can sense which cards are meant for us and which cards are not. Therefore, you can decide if the card is a vibrational match to you or if it depicts a sign for your situation that you are going through. Alright, soul family, well, I think that's all I have for you today. If you happen to like my content and like this video, like, subscribe, leave a comment below, share, and let me know. I'd be happy to create more content like this for you going forward. I'll see you guys all in the next video. Bye!